Hello, welcome to another Recall Game Exploits Rumour Mill Delio. I do apologise in advance, I'm rather sick. I'm really quite ill, but I thought I'd bring this because it's quite big news really. This is going to be heavily edited, I think. Yeah, so the E3 rumours have come out today, so it seems like the slow quarter of the year where no news happens after Christmas and all that has come to an end. Let's get on with this. Microsoft E3 2014, apparently their show is going to consist of Rise 2, which apparently is in development and will show a real in-game trailer. Gone is Roman period and it went to a medieval setting. They claim that they're going to have more freedom of exploration and it's going to be a more in-depth, bigger game and stuff. And honestly, an in-game trailer this early, I'm only playing Rise, came out in November. Are they really going to have a sequel which is set in a different setting with everything redefined, like a bigger game in general within a year, like within 6 months, and have an in-game trailer? No, that's not going to be an in-game trailer. And if there is an in-game trailer, I guarantee that most of it was pre-rendered and it wasn't actual gameplay, but they're going to make it look like gameplay. I don't think it's going to happen. That's not going to be there. If that's there, I will not do anything adverse really, because screw that. But that's doubtable. Forza Horizon 2 will release apparently in October 2014. They're going to announce it and release it the same year. Okay, I'm going to call that a big no, because apparently it'll be in an open world setting and that takes a long time to develop. And the recent Forza only just came out, and this comes from a different developer. Even then, I don't think they'd release a Forza 1 year after another Forza. They generally come out once every couple of years. So very doubtful. I mean, I'm just reporting these things, but I'm giving my opinions on them. So yeah, hopefully I'm right. I don't know. I like to think myself that I've got my head screwed on even when sick. 343 Industries will unveil Halo 2 anniversary with full multiplayer and everything from Halo 2 just a lot better. I can see it happening. I can. It'll keep people going until Halo 5 comes out. So, and it is about time that they release an anniversary. If they're going to do that, though, I think Halo 1 to leave Halo 3 alone and no more anniversaries after that. There's no need for them. But Halo 1 2, they were very old games. They was on the original Xbox, and I think Halo 1 was on the PC, the first one. So yeah, I can see them doing those two, both of them as anniversaries. But anything after that, no, not yet. I mean, come on. Halo 5 probably get a release date. Yep, I can see that happening. Rare apparently is prepping a reboot of Battletoads and Perfect Dark. But apparently Perfect Dark is not going to be a first-person shooter. It's going to be rebooted as a third-person adventure game. No. Battletoads, I think, is just fans really wanting it to happen. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people love that from years and years ago back on the SNES, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. And as the only reason they're saying that is because Killer Instinct came out. I don't think they're going to do it again with Battletoads. And as for Perfect Dark, after Perfect Dark Zero, it would take a lot of pressure for them to decide to reboot that. But to bring it out as a third-person adventure game, what they're going to do, like another Uncharted or like a Tomb Raider? No, we don't need any more of that. You know, Tomb Raider and Uncharted got that bit cornered, and it's just, it wouldn't be successful. You can't take a first-person game and just say, oh, we're gonna switch it up a bit and turn it into a third-person adventure because reasons. No, not going to happen. Epic will be there to unveil their new game based on the Samaritan demo from E3 2012. Now, I'd like to see that. That was a cool, it was a cool little tech demo. I didn't know it was going to be turning it into a game, and we saw that back in 2012. So I can see that they might have had that in development for the past 2 years. That's a maybe. That could happen. This has turned into more of a debunking session or something. Apparently, Good Science Studios will unveil a Kinect-only game called Echo Black. Well, they need some kind of big game to come out for the Kinect to actually show that it isn't a complete piece of shit, which just ain't gonna happen because it is, and they really need to give up on the Kinect, as far as I'm concerned. Just let it die. It was an interesting experiment, had a lot of potential, but when practical use came out, you couldn't do it. Maybe if you put in all the most advanced tech,
voice recognition and motion sensing tech that you can possibly get in the world today, it might work as advertised, but considering you need to package it in a box with another console and make it mass marketable, which means that you can't put the most expensive gear in it, then no. That's why you don't get manufacturers putting out full-on gaming PCs, and you don't see those in the shops all the time, because it's expensive and people just aren't going to buy it. So they really need to just kill off the Kinect completely, because they're never going to get it up to scratch. Twisted Pixel unveiled their next digital game, which is set on some fantasy planet called Dekelithus. I can't pronounce that. Apparently it's going to be a 2.5D platformer. I can see that happening. I mean, Twisted Pixel, alright, they're not bad. They've done a couple of good games, but stuff to rave about, really. Black Tusk will have a CGI trailer for Gears of War Lazarus, which will show a new direction for the series. Alright, yeah. Okay, I can see them not letting that die. I mean, they done the 1, 2 and 3, completed the trilogy, done some prequel or something, and yeah, they're just not going to let that die. I can see it happening. That Gears of War, E3, it's likely. Lionhead will show some gameplay of Fable Legends, apparently. Yeah, sure, that could happen. I mean, I'm not a fan of Fable, so I'm not going to make that many comments, because I don't really know much about the series, but yeah, that could happen. It's fair enough. Phantom Dust Sacrifice is being worked on by Grounding Inc. and will be a prequel to the original Phantom Dust, which I've never heard of. And apparently it'll be episodic in nature. I have no idea. Quantum Break will be out in November 2014. There is a multiplayer mode. It's part 1 of a trilogy, apparently. Yeah, a trilogy, unless it's not successful, in which case it will only be one game, or if it is successful, it will be a trilogy, then with a prequel, then they'll continue in a new direction with a new subtitle, because that's what they do nowadays. Apparently you'll have significant graphical upgrades since last year. Doubtful, really doubtful. The graphics weren't bad, and the Xbox One ain't capable of ridiculous graphics. Sunset Overdrive will be aiming to be released in the last weeks of August or early September. But yeah, it's that parkour third-person game that's in an open world that's a cross between Prototype and Saints Row with some free running. Looks clunky as hell. Now, I know it's still in development and that, but Jesus Christ, those guys stuck to a wall harder than Spider-Man when they run across those walls. It was just like a serious horizontal line. Didn't impress me really. I mean, it's an interesting concept, but it's hipsters for one, and two, really sticky wall running. No, I'm sorry. Have stuff ridiculous, but don't make it look stupid by having people glued to a wall. It's just ridiculous. Xbox, Microsoft will be going into their games of gold for Xbox One. They'll be considering what's his name? Their new head chef, their new guy, their new lead producer or whatever for the whole Xbox project and stuff, did say that they want to look into games of gold, because where you've had the PlayStation going, hey, we're going to release Tomb Raider for free, which came out a couple of months ago, and ridiculous free games just constantly impressing, and then on the other end of things you got Microsoft going, here, have World of Keflings, a game that no one gave two shits about when it came out, and it's been non-stop tat or games that you can pick up for about £2 at the moment, coming out for free, so it's not really saving you any money, and they're games that you either have played or don't want to play. So apparently they're going to pump that up a bit with the games of gold and bring out better games on that. So that's the thing. It'll be one retail game a month, one digital game a month, of a choice of two. So you only get a choice of two, but you only get one. That's still shit. But this will evolve as time goes on. Well, it better bloody evolve, because if that's what you're doing compared to what PlayStation are doing, you're not really incentivizing anyone there, because unfortunately people are always going to compare games of gold to what PlayStation Plus is doing every month, and so far it's fell short, and that's why people are complaining, because they're seeing what the PlayStation's getting for free, and they're like, excuse me, why the fuck ain't we getting that? We're paying the same amount of money for our online experience, as they call it. Not that impressed, I'll be honest, not impressed with that. Crackdown Skyline coming 2015. Why? How many years has it been since they released the sequel to Crackdown. I mean, I didn't really think that much of that game anyway. I got that on Games for Gold, ironically, and I thought it was absolute tat. I mean, it was possibly impressive during the console's launch, but it weren't really a series that can go anywhere. Nothing really big there. Multi-platforms are as follows. The Division. Xbox One is now lead platform, apparently. Whatever. Yeah, sure. Should be PC. Whatever. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Fallout 4. That's likely. People are really after that game. Whether it be... If they announce it, then it'll be like an announcement. It won't be like, oh, we're going to release it at this time this year. It'll be like, here's a title screen. Here's like a CG title, teaser, trailer. Coming soon. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much. They'll probably talk about DLCs and stuff and probably go into the Connect some more, but really what they need to do is they need to go out on that stage, do something that no one expects, and literally just pop out and go, yeah, the Connect. We will now thoroughly admit that was a failure, and it will be deactivated entirely by this date, and everyone that bought an Xbox One can send it into Microsoft and get $40 or however much they price it at nowadays back. That's what they should do. That would blow people's minds. That really would. It just, plus, it means they can get rid of a lot of that overhead processing on the GUI and probably pump some of that power into the games, but they won't do that, so fucking pricks. Moving on with this incredibly ill thing. It's from another source, it's going to be the PlayStation announcements. So here we go. Apparently Gran Turismo 6 will come out on PS4 with improved 1080p 60 FPS visuals and extra tracks and cars and stuff, and it really just doesn't need to happen. I don't think Gran Turismo 6 was that popular. I'm not too sure. Not being a PlayStation fan of late, so yeah, I don't know. Could have been, but whatever. I don't think it needs to happen. Just like Last of Us remake. That really doesn't need to happen. It's like getting a HD reboot before, remake before it's even sort of had its time. It's sort of barely even come to the end of the hype train, and they was going, it's gonna get a HD remake on PlayStation 4. And it's like, why? Why? You don't need it. It just came out. You pricks. God of War 4 CG teaser. So yeah, God of War's still a thing. I thought he would have killed all the gods by now. But if it's popular, I'm sure they'll create some more. Or find them from some other bloody religion. So yeah, expect more god-killing action. Kill Strain, related to Siphon Filter reboot on PS4. Yeah, so apparently Siphon Filter sort of type game is coming out. That's kind of interesting. I haven't heard of Siphon Filter coming out since, what, PlayStation 1. So that's a bit of a reboot. Wipeout! I was wondering when that was going to happen. Wipeout likely, very likely. They've released Wipeout on every PlayStation console so far. So I can see that happening. Happening. I can't speak. The Order 1886 will have a full demo going on. So yeah, that's going to happen. That game's sort of late in development now. Ninja Theory apparently is quite far into development of a PS4 exclusive that might be Heavenly Sword 2. I remember playing a demo of that, and it was kind of fun, but it weren't fun enough for me to go, I need to buy this game, so that's news. Infamous Second Son DLC. Woo! Drive Club will be shown off. Yeah, so I'm kind of intrigued about what's going on there, but that's had a lot of controversy around it recently, because they was going to have it, if you had PlayStation Plus Gold subscription or something, they was going to make it so that you would save $10 on digital purchase of the game. But the problem is, if you did go down that route and save $10 or something by buying the game digitally on your PlayStation Plus Gold account, then if your PlayStation Plus Gold account, which because it's the premium account and costs you so much per year, if you missed out and didn't buy your subscription again and say you're still playing the game, then you would lose most of the premium content in the game that you get from being a gold subscriber. So essentially you'd go back to like a trial version of the game or something. I don't know, the article didn't really go into detail, but apparently Sony have flip-flopped on that and gone, no, ain't happening, after they had the entire community go absolutely ballistic. So yeah, that's the thing. Apparently that's going to be a good game. I mean, like, apparently you get the whole of the US to drive across. Doubt that. But yeah, they're going to have a big, large map. Apparently they're going to have Rockstar, Ubisoft, EA, Konami, Capcom, Warner Brothers, Activision, Square Enix and Take-Two on the stage. See, that weren't said for the Xbox One, but I mean, it's all rumours, so that might just be hype. I don't understand why I didn't say anything like that about the Xbox One, but whatever. I know that developers are leaning more towards the PlayStation at the moment anyway, so they're probably going to have more third-party developers popping up on the PlayStation, Sony stage than the Microsoft stage, because a lot of fans have lost faith with Microsoft, and so the third-party developers are going to lean over to where the fans are. So I can see that happening. Project Morpheus, obviously, their headset, they'll be showing that off on stage, and yeah, I mean, they're going to show off a VR headset. What do you want me to say? I know it's got two 1080p screens going on in the headset, and they're going to try and integrate it with the PS Move, which is like two luminous dildos in your hand. So that could be interesting, although I don't think integrating it with the PlayStation Move is a great idea. I think that's going to, I don't know, I think it'll just be too much going on, and I think developers won't really latch on to that so much. You'll get PlayStation exclusives using that feature, but I don't think you get third-party developers developing stuff specifically for this VR headset. That's just my personal opinion, especially if they want to have the luminous dildos going on with it. All their old consoles, including the PS Vita, will apparently get price drops. They'll only get like a little showing. Fair enough. I mean, it's not surprising that the PlayStation 3 will get a price drop. As for the Vita, I'm not surprised that's getting a price drop, because it's not selling. Because they're fucking about with it. They had a leak. It leaked the entire PlayStation 1 back catalogue onto the PS Vita digital store. It was up for like 3 days or something. I think it was in America, I'm not too sure. And you could download whatever you wanted. Epic. Except some of the games didn't work properly, because they obviously need more work on them, but it's there, and they can do it, and the games ran, and some of them were a little bit buggy, but you know, you get a little bit of work on it, but it can be done, and they haven't even put half of the library that did work not available to the public yet. It's like, you fuckers, you know, that console has a lot of potential, that little handheld, but they're just not using it. Apparently, a source has suggested that Sony will close out their E3 press conference with a teaser of The Last of Us 2, which will probably show a main character and a title screen with coming soon again, because that's what they like to do at E3. So yeah, I can see that. It was a heavily popular game. To announce it this soon, I don't know, it's like they might be trying to stretch out how long it is till it comes out, or they're going to use the same engine to be able to get it out so quickly. But yeah, that's going to cause a bit of hype. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have on E3. Some things just seemed like a lot of bullshit. I think that from what I remember of what I read from the Xbox One side of things, it was like, oh, come on, that's blatant fan baiting. That's just rumours, clickbait on the news there. But I don't know, I can be wrong. I don't think Battletoads is going to happen. I remember that much. But I don't know. The Sony rumour articles that I've gone through seem a bit more detailed in what they're saying and how it's going to be shown. The Xbox ones, there seems to be more stuff that's unlikely. I think Xbox are maybe keeping a better lid on things than Sony is, because I think Sony are still very confident after last year's E3 and the past couple of quarters being ahead of Microsoft. They're not so worried about keeping things so close knit into their chest, because they've been doing really well with the PR, so they're confident in themselves. But with Microsoft, they're kind of on the back leg, and their PR department has just been an epic fail, and I think they're trying to keep everything secret because they don't want something to come out and for it to piss people off and cause a big uproar again against them. Because if they get another thing which just pisses off the fans come out, like in a way that they didn't intend it to, because they would hope to soften the blow if it's bad news, as you would, then it could really spell some huge trouble for them. But yeah, that's all I got. I do apologise if I've not been saying certain words properly. I do have a serious case of the plague. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching Recoil Gaming Exploits. Do that stuff that every other channel tells you to do, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.